So there's been many discussions about the Boston Celtics. One being if Jayson Tatum is the weakest Boston superstar ever, and then the next being if the Boston Celtics can win back-to-back championships. Now, you guys already know how I feel about the Boston Celtics. They're one of the best teams in NBA history. And Jayson Tatum, I don't think he's weak at all. I think he's a top 5 player right now. This season, too, he's been showing us that he's a top 5 player. He's one of the best rebounders on his teams. He's been one of the best passers and playmakers. I mean, what else do you want from a guy like Tatum? Jayson Tatum, he currently has the Boston Celtics as the second seed in the Eastern Conference, and I'm not even going to lie to you guys, that's largely due to Tatum. Tatum, he's been available, he has not been injured, like he's been in the starting lineup every single time for his team, and they're still the second seed. They're 30-13, that's not that bad at all. Tatum is also top 10 in MVP voting. I don't know how he's not top 5, but he's number 6 right outside the top 5, but he should definitely be in the top 5 for MVP voting. I mean, this is about to be like the 3rd, 4th, 5th year even that Jayson Tatum, he has his team as a high seed in the Eastern Conference, and he's not getting enough love for the MVP conversation. Now, I'm not saying Jayson Tatum is better than the guys ahead of him on the MVP race. I'm just saying, like, he should get more love. He's not better than Giannis, of course, Jokic. He's not better than Shea, but he is playing better than Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, don't get me wrong. Karl-Anthony Towns, he's having an amazing season with the Knicks. I think this might be one of his best seasons. You can argue. I don't really care. But Wemby also is another guy who's ahead of Jayson Tatum, and his team is like the 10th, 11th seed. Like, that's not making any sense to me. And Wemby, I don't think he's been playing out of his mind way better than Tatum. Now, he is better than he was last season. It's a lot of growth, but not better than Tatum. Now, enough about just talking about Jayson Tatum. I want to talk about the entire Boston Celtics team. Now, this Boston Celtics team, they don't look like the same team from last year. And the first reason is because they've been taking it easy on some teams. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. No, they're just losing. They're just losing. Now, you could be right. I could be right. But the Boston Celtics, we know how this team was last year in the regular season. They were dominant. A lot of teams, they couldn't beat them. Defensively, they just looked out of their minds. But this season, they're just trying to take it easy, I guess. They want their guys to all be healthy by the time the playoffs come. This season, the Boston Celtics, a lot of their guys have been in and out. Derek White, Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, we already know, Al Horford, even Tatum's been out a couple games. So more than anything, the Boston Celtics, they want their guys to be 100% when the playoffs come. And that's fair. That's fair. A lot of teams, they break down when the playoffs come. Like we saw with the Knicks last year. We've seen this with a lot of teams before. Another issue I have with the Boston Celtics is how they've been playing defense. Now, like I said earlier, they might not be trying. I don't want to say not trying. I just want to say not playing as hard. That's what I'll say. The Boston Celtics are not playing as hard as defense as they did last season. And like I said, they're probably just trying to take it easy. But the Boston Celtics, they need to step it back up defensively, because now they look like they're just not caring. They're leaving guys open. They're messing up their switches, messing up a lot of rotations. They just need to get back on track. And I knew this was eventually going to be a problem for the Boston Celtics. The Kings, they exposed this problem, and that's how bad their interior defense can be. Now, Porzingis, Al Horford, he's an older guy. He's somebody who might not be in the NBA in the next 2 years or even next year. Who knows? But Porzingis, he's in and out this lineup. I mean, he cannot stay healthy to save his life. He's always hurt, and that's going to be a problem for the Boston Celtics because they're going to need a stretch 5 like KP. They're going to need a rim protector like KP, especially in the playoffs. And yes, Al Horford, he definitely is still a good player even for his age. But the only reason I don't mention Al Horford is because he's aging. Like, they can't keep relying on Al Horford. They need Porzingis in the starting lineup. That's who they paid. That's who's supposed to be their starting 5 center. And he hasn't been available that much. Let me not say he hasn't been available because he definitely has played a majority of games this season. But I'm just worried about if he can stay healthy. Like, this is always an issue with the Celtics. If Porzingis can stay healthy, that's their biggest issue this season. Now, my final problem with the Boston Celtics is Jaylen Brown. Now, Jaylen Brown, I know he's been hearing all this chatter about the Finals MVP. Is he the best player on the team? He's been hearing about Jayson Tatum being called a week and that he's the leader of this team. I just hope Jaylen Brown, he's not one of those players who let all this stuff get to him and he actually starts thinking that he's the best player on this team. Now, I know what you guys are saying, but Jaylen Brown, he won the Finals MVP. That does not make him the best player on the championship team. It does not make him the best player. Jayson Tatum last year, we saw he led his team in points, rebounds, and assists. I really don't know how this man is not the Finals MVP right now. But we've seen many players get robbed. We've seen Curry get robbed. We've seen Kawhi even win a Finals MVP at one point. I don't know if he even deserved that one, to be honest. But we've seen many players get robbed for awards before. But Jaylen Brown, I just hope he's not one of those cocky players who lets all this stuff get to his head and then that messes up the team. But for the most part, Jaylen Brown, he's been handling all of this stuff well. Jayson Tatum as well, too. Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they have been handling all of this stuff well because they're a duo comfortable and they're not trying to let outsiders get to them, and that's good. But with that being said, I do think the Boston Celtics are your 2025 NBA champions. I think they will repeat as champions. I just think what we're seeing right now, they're just trying to play it easy. They're waiting for the playoffs to come. They're going to take it game by game. There's going to be a week where we see how dominant they are, and there's going to be another week where we're questioning the Boston Celtics and if they're going to win another championship. But I don't think you should be questioning Boston. Boston is the team to beat. But with that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Get this video to 6 likes, and I will be dropping again. Thank you guys, and I'm out. See you guys in the next.